And check out the view from the CTV Skywatch camera about an hour ago, looking out towards the northeast there, Galbraith School there in the distance. We had a lot of sunshine today, getting a little cloudy as we move into the evening hours. -1 was our low at 1 a.m., 7 was our high at noon, and we stayed there for a few hours, and now we're at 4 degrees. Winds are out of the southwest at 26 kilometers per hour. Humidity still a little bit elevated from what we have on average at this time of year in Lethbridge. But the numbers, of course, looking pretty healthy. Most areas, with the exception of the odd one, looking at positive numbers, and that's a good thing. Tomorrow will probably be the warmest day for most areas in the next 5 days, although we've got another day coming that'll be even warmer, and that'll be next Tuesday for us. So stay tuned for the 5-day forecast. Precipitation is still trying to move in. Big low pressure center, the core of it is almost into the Gulf of Alaska. So we've got heavy snowfall warnings out for northern BC and into Watson Lake in the Yukon, and then the wraparound effect from that is kicking in these bands of precipitation. Higher elevations getting it in the form of snow. Lower elevations, you folks in Cranbrook expecting to see some showers mixed with some flurries. On this side of the continental divide, though, we're looking at pretty dry conditions. Area of high pressure is still the dominating factor for us, and as these bands of low pressure continue to try to bump against it, it's making the gradient between the low and the high very tight, so the winds are going to be a factor. Not extremely strong winds, but just enough to keep us in dry conditions for the next several days, and you can see that reflected in the forecast. We've got that mixed precipitation. The pink is a snow-rain combination, and then we've got snow, solid snow in the higher elevations. So all that precipitation, Banff, Jasper, expecting to see some of that as well. But here in the south, we're looking at basically just some high, thin cloud, and you can see a band of that already starting to push off there in the forecaster. 4 degrees in St. John's right now. The precipitation that plagued the Avalon Peninsula starting to push out into the Atlantic, in behind that, clearing skies, continuing to see that happen over the weekend in the Maritimes and into southern Quebec and southern Ontario. Bit of a mixed bag. A sunny day here and then some showers and then followed by another sunny day. So a mixed situation for the next few days. A little bit of cloud cover in Winnipeg right now, -5 in Regina, -7 in Saskatoon. They had a sun and cloud mix in both locations today. -1 in Edmonton. We've got 6 degrees in Kelowna, 9 and cloudy in Vancouver, and up north in Whitehorse and Yellowknife. Both of those locations right now seeing temperatures in the minus teens, and snowfall is going to be on the forecast menu for both of those locations for the next 2 or 3 days before they see a little bit of a break towards the middle of next week. And East Kootenay, you're looking at chance of flurries tonight down to -2, 3 degrees for a daytime high. Tomorrow you'll have that, what I talked about, the flurries mixed with some shower activity, especially towards the evening hours, 3 degrees for a high. Crow's Nest Pass, partly cloudy tonight, windy tonight, sun and cloud mixed tomorrow, 8 degrees for a high. Your winds will be gusting to 50 kilometers per hour by mid-afternoon. Medicine Hat, not as windy, out of the south at 20 kilometers per hour tomorrow. You've got a high of 9, a low of -7 tonight, and lots of sunshine in your forecast future. And here in Lethbridge, we're looking at partly cloudy skies tonight. We'll get down to -3 for a low, +10 for a high tomorrow. Winds will be out of the southwest at 30. Could get a little breezier than that by mid-afternoon, but for bulk of the day out of the southwest at 30 kilometers per hour. 5-day forecast popping up on your screen, and there comes the numbers. Look at Tuesday, 13 degrees for a high, but starting off at that 10 degrees tomorrow, 8, 9, 13, 3 degrees. And even as we get into Thursday, right now it looks like 4 or 5 degrees. Keep in mind, average for this time of year is 3 degrees. So we're certainly at or well above that for the next several days. Now our CTV Citizen Salute, a very deserving person popping up on the screen here. Margot has been volunteering for children's organizations on a strictly volunteer basis, I might add, for over 40 years. And she's done that right across the Prairie provinces and even spent some time volunteering in BC. So we think that deserves a basket of goodies for Margot. And our thanks for all your volunteer work, Margot. That's it for me. Have a safe weekend, everyone. We'll see you Monday.
Firefighters see a lot of crazy things, but this one was a first even for them. A mom's trip to the pool took a bizarre turn in Colorado when her body piercing got snagged in a drain. Will Ripley explains.
When you come to a place called Adventure Island, you don't expect an adventure like this.
Yeah.
Greeley Family Funplex Recreation Supervisor Braden Maxwell
Never seen it before.
got a surprise call to the pool Wednesday.
It's like kind of a, really?
A mom was stuck,
She was on her stomach.
really stuck, in this drain in shallow water.
She was never in any danger.
Greeley firefighters arrived in minutes.
This was a pretty unusual situation.
Unusual even for them.
She had a belly button piercing, which had become entangled.
Division Chief Dale Lyman says it took about an hour to begin draining the pool while wiggling that ring.
This would be the first belly button rescue that I am aware of in the city of Greeley.
The mom eventually got loose and was not hurt. The lesson for others, be aware if you have piercings at the pool.
There's potential to become entrapped.
Life lesson in that for all of us.
Just watch out when you're at the
Pool
next
staff
time there.
and pool staff are looking at their policies, obviously.
Yeah.
Glenn, sports.
Absolutely. We're going to talk a little Pronghorns b-ball. They're good. They're real good, yeah, and they're going to try to reach for the top tonight.